Hey guys, hope you're all well. In today's video, I wanted to take you through the model of history that documents the previous epoch, so the Great Astrological Ages, the current Great Astrological Ages. Now, just to preface, we do have about a 10,000 year period, the Holocene period here, so the Ice Age period. So I don't have a lot of information to talk to you about that today. However, I did just want to say, if you wanted to understand the archetypes that I'm going to be talking about, okay, so the energies and the characteristics of each of the houses, I do definitely suggest going back to my previous two videos because I do take you through the characteristics of those particular archetypal energies, okay? And also just to let you know that with the precessional ages, we actually move in a counterclockwise direction, okay? So we go in a regressive direction because that's just how precessions work. All right, now also when talking about each of the great ages and the energies around the great ages and the characteristics and structures around these ages, each of the eras, each of the periods are actually always predicated by the characteristics and the energies of the previous age. Okay, so for example, at the moment, we are on the precipice of moving into the great golden age of Aquarius, hallelujah, from the Pisces age, the 2,000 year period. Well, each of the periods actually are approximately 2,000 years, so about 2,100, 2,150 years, okay? So during that 150 year period, that is sort of where we're moving in from the previous age into the new age. So we're taking those energies and starting to the inception of the new age energies. So I do have my trusty composite chart here, and we are going to start presently and work our way backwards. Okay, so as opposed to again working clockwise, so going from Aquarius to Pisces, we'll be moving in a regressional direction. Okay, so right now, as I said, we are on the precipice of the great golden age of Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. It rules the 11th house of science and technology. Uranus is a fairly rebellious planet, so it's all about breaking away from the constructs that no longer serve us, because as we know, with evolution, it's all about creating a new generation that's bigger and better and able to implement the newer energies of evolution. All right, so between sorry, my son trying to get in the room, just excuse me. So from 0 BC to around 2000 BC, we were in the great age of Pisces. So Pisces rules the 12th house of the psyche, subconscious, the unconscious. Okay, so that's indicative of the two fish swimming in opposite directions. Okay, so that's the totem of Pisces. That's all about, you know, the two fish moving in opposite directions. So the conflict and the contrast between our subconscious and our unconscious, our connection to the ethereal realm, and our conscious minds here in the earthly realm. All right. So that age is all about religion and wars for God. Makes a lot of sense. All right, previous to that, we were in the Great Aryan Age. Okay, so the Great Age of Aries. Now, Aries is ruled by Mars, the god of war, the warrior planet. Aries is all about ego. Okay, so the archetype of Aries is self and ego. So this is when humans were a lot of conflict between our egos, sort of discovering who we are as not just a civilization, but as single entity, energetic entities. All right. The interesting thing about this is it was known as the Great Iron Age. Now we know that the core of Mars is liquid iron. So during this period, we're in the Neolithic period. So we're coming out of the Mesolithic period. So in the Neolithic period, in the Stone Age epoch, where we used cultivated stone instruments. This is where we started to cultivate iron weaponry. All right. Previous to that, we were in the age of Taurus, the Great Age of Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. It rules the second house of wealth, security, stability, finance, tangible possessions. So it's all about what we have here, those tangible physical possessions that help us to feel rooted to earth. As I said, Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it's all about creative expression. Now, this is when we implemented structures, societal structures such as banking, which makes a lot of sense since Taurus rules the second house of finance. Okay, previous to that was the age of Gemini. Okay, so around 6000 BC, 6000, 8000 BC. Gemini is mercurial, so it's all about innovating. So cultivating innovative ways to live. It's all about communication, technology. So during this period, we cultivated an industrial age. Okay, so industry was very prolific during this period. And previous to that, around the end of the Mesolithic period was the age of Cancer. Cancer is the fourth house of home. It's the mother archetype. And this is when agriculture. So this is when, so during the Great Ice Age, the Holocene, the glacial epoch, it was more of a nomadic period, okay? This is where, when we were coming into the Mesolithic period, we were sort of starting to lay down our roots, so building cohesive civilizations, more societal constructs to be able to live in a cohesive way together as a society, as a civilization. Okay, so this is where agriculture, the inception of agriculture, so we started to lay down our roots. So again, the archetype, the energy of Cancer, and the home. And then, like I said, previous to that was a nomadic period, okay? So during the Ice Age, the latest Ice Age, the Holocene period, what we call the glacial epoch, which spanned for about 10,000 years. Okay, so I hope that I've been able to give you a little bit of clarity around this particular model of history. In the next video, and if you do have any ideas of subjects and topics that you would like me to talk about, please drop a comment in the section below. But I do want to talk a little bit about the contrast between astronomy and astrology in the next video. So while both of these subjects are guided by the principles of quantum physics, as everything is, as we know everything is, I just wanted to sort of touch more on how astronomy is about the study of the constellations and the stars and the cosmic celestial bodies in that realm, in the space realm, whereas astrology is more about the interpretation of the energy around those constellations and around the stars and the celestial bodies. Okay, so I think I've covered pretty much everything. Thank you again for honouring me with your time. I didn't want to sort of go on too much. I know that my videos have been going for about 15 minutes. I wanted to, it was my goal to make this video go for under 10 minutes. So I hope that I have honoured that. But thank you again for your time, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Thanks guys. KLB out. Bye.